there's a lot of advice out there on advice, on the topic of advice. What advice do you take? There's advice all over the place, and there's nothing that you get more of than unsolicited advice. Okay, there's armchair quarterbacks, I call them. They're all over the place. These are people that they talk about doing business. They have all these great ideas about doing business. They find a way to make their social media profile look like they're doing big business. But in reality, they've never done anything, but all they do is sit back and tell people how to do business. There's people that are running multi-million-dollar companies. They're posting. If Jeff Bezos got active on Twitter all of a sudden, he would get just ripped by all these people sitting in their parents' basements telling him how to do business. That's just a fact of life. Another side of it, on the absolute opposite side of it, I have gotten to know, and some would say I'm one of them, there's a lot of really dumb people who have made a ton of money. Okay? There's a lot of very wealthy people who are not competent. They got courage. They hired the right people. They made a couple key decisions right. And in business, you have 500 decisions to make in the first year you start a business. If you get 4 of them right, you're probably going to be successful. You can make 300 of them wrong. You can make 75% of the decisions you can get incorrect, and you can still get rich. Business is a lot about just putting yourself in the game and going for a ride. So there's a lot of people who have been really successful that have no fucking idea how the world works, in my experience. So yes, I will weigh advice that I get from somebody who has been successful or a team member of mine that has made good decisions in the past and they're respected. I'll weigh their advice heavier, but I'm going to take advice from anybody. Anybody. People always say, like, why would you take advice from somebody who's not where you are? And I think that's the worst advice that you could get. I'm going to take advice from everybody, but I'm going to throw about 80% of it out. That doesn't apply to me. That doesn't apply to me. That doesn't apply to me. Look, you go on my Twitter, my life is different than your life. There's nuance to everything. Every single business is different. There's 100 different ways to win. There's so much nuance when it comes to entrepreneurship, hiring, firing, managing. There's a million ways to win. So when you're reading my world and my mind on my social media accounts, on my podcast, whatever it is, I expect people to just throw out what doesn't apply to them. Just throw it out. So I can listen to hated people, ignorant people, dumb people, and I'm going to get something from that. Because some of what they say could ring true to situations that I'm in.